Here.
Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3, discussion and possible approval of minutes from the January 12th, 2026 Commissioners meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach?
Yes.
Ruth? Yes. Gary?
Yes.
Item 4, discussion and possible approval of minutes from the January 14th, 2026 Special Commissioners meeting.
Make a motion.
Second.
Zach? Ruth? Yes. Gary?
Yes.
Item 5, discussion and possible approval of plat called the final plat of Destiny Hills Phase 2.
It looks like they're about to I want to see the chairman on there for approval. Unless it's like a choice. Missing something?
Yeah, you'll have to stamp it.
Okay,
Stamp it down there in that corner somewhere.
can it go right here?
Go wherever you want.
So I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach?
Yes.
Ruth? Yes. Gary?
Yes.
Yes. So I sign
Just sign that one.
that one, okay.
Item 6, discussion and possible approval of a plat called the final plat of Hilltop of Wolf Creek. Yeah, it's hers.
Is it, do you, both of them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Zach?
Yes.
Yes.
Gary?
Yes.
I didn't bring my in here. Yeah. Tell the girls upstairs when they're at the stand.
Okay, look at the clerk's office?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Item 7, review purchase orders generated by the Grady County governing body during the current previous month and authorize or deny payment of such purchase orders.
First one, the general government exceeded, POs made before for more than usual, but still underestimated. There's a note attached with it.
This.
I think it's for
For
closing.
three.
Yeah,
Okay.
3,000.
Okay, for $3,745.50. The assessor PO should have been opened by July the 1st, and it was $6,900. That's $69,095. And West Spring Senior Citizens, invoice dated for PO, $48. That one should be, there should be no reason for this one right here. For this one right here, should there? I mean, they're gonna be doing that every month, don't they?
They should, I mean, I don't know, I went and talked to some of mine, just because of, we were having issues. It might be something you wanna do.
And the sheriff's office, invoice dated for PO, $795.
What is that PO number?
What's it for?
We know the PO number.
Oh,
I can look. I don't know. Just want to go back and look. Probably FBI.
It is, it's, cause that's a recurring one that we've had in the past, 264817.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
Zach?
Yes.
Ruth?
yes.
Gary?
yes.
I've got Kitty coming, look at what's going on here.
Item 8, discussion and possible action on report from the Emergency Management Director, Grady County Fire Department, and Safety Director. Bill?
Well, good morning on this Monday, Tuesday, Monday, whatever it is. So the undersheriff gave me some recalls on Fords. 2 of our cars were part of that. We got one corrected, and then the second one to go once they get more parts in, so I appreciate them sharing that with us to get those, fixed, even if it was something simple. I met with the, regional Red Cross, for shelter validation in our county. So they have a push to verify shelter locations, because they have teams across the region that will come open a shelter for us. They just gotta know where it's at, is it viable, and what will be needed, costs, or, you know, whatever that may be. Linda's really squared away and, good at her job. Let's see. Southwest, I met with the Southwest Regional Emergency Management Group last week. It was, very informative. Working with the Caddo Nation, they are very adamant about helping and partnering with everybody who will partner with them. They have warming tents, they have a probably a little bit abundance of monies for that department. So warming tents, cold tents, or cooling tents, food, dogs. One is the gentleman has 2 dogs, one's a live find and one's a cadaver dog. And they're not so much worried about, and I'm gonna talk with them more about worried about repayment. They just want help. And they're gonna eat some of that cost, and they've already made that decision as a nation, so it's good to know that. At the end of the meeting last week, SET team was created about 5 years ago, and then 5 years before that, it was put into conception, surgical extraction team. So vascular surgeon, Dr. Che from Duncan, and I didn't know Duncan has one of the most world-renowned vascular centers for surgery and amputations, but Dr. Che leads that. Man, this guy is incredible. So when people get trapped in an auger or a machine or on a pipeline field under one of those machines, if they release the machine, all the pressure will allow the blood to escape and the person will die from bleed out. So he got a heart for this, hearing some stories, and said, you know what, can we do something about this? Even though we're not responders, we're usually in a beautiful surgical environment. And they have took 5 years to plan this, to come up with systems. We're the only one in the nation, and from what he can see anywhere, that what they'll do is either the OHP, airback will come pick them up. If something happens, they'll call one of the surgeons that agree to be on this team. They'll fly them or take them to the location where the incident happened, and they will do surgery on the spot to extract the person without them bleeding out. They may lose their limb, but he said he's tired of people just dying when we can do something about it. They've taken on all the liability, all the legal issues, because that was some of the initial parameters, like how do we do this legally? These 4 or 5 doctors that are on this team right now say we'll take on the responsibility. They've created a nonprofit, and he said his last surgery was upside down, and he saved the guy's life by doing surgery upside down. And he says the EMS and emergency responders are there to keep them from getting hurt. Just take them to the location, they'll do their thing, and they'll come out. They're not in charge of nothing except for the surgery. And then me being me, I asked him, what can we do for you? He said, we need training sites and things like that and getting the word out. So I said, hey, Grady County will host you. So sometime soon we'll have a big event, and OHP, the senior guy, does different scenarios. So we'll have a different scenario for our county. I'll let you know what that's gonna be, but I was excited about that. Surgical extraction. Didn't even know that even existed. We're planning for the winter, just like everybody else, coming the end of the week. And then, let's see, I know, I'm just giving you a forewarning that there's an EMPG grant that will be allotted, but they want people to do projects, not so much for salary or anything like that, and they would like the project done in 6 months. So in here in the guidance that you all have to approve grants, I'm gonna create a project, get the quotes and the narrative presented to you all ahead of time, so once that thing opens, we can be one of the first ones to apply for the grant. And that's all I have for today.
Thank you, Bill.
I did get the agenda and the financials out Friday. We do have our meeting tonight at 7. We had some of our northern stations assist yesterday with the total incident, and they were on scene for a good amount of time, but they got it all out before anything got crazy. So I think that's all I have right now. Unless you guys have any questions about the financials or anything.
I know. Bobby?
Well, I've completed our second quarterly safety talk with the treasurers and county clerk, and this morning with the election board. I had to reschedule some due to, my mother-in-law passing away. This week I'll be conducting a safety talk with the following departments, which will be District 3 and the Assessor's Office. I'm soon gonna begin our annual survey with the Department of Labor regarding our occupational work-related injuries and illness for 2025 calendar year. I'll talk to Eric Williams from the Department of Labor. We're gonna have a new we'll have a new sector or location for Mike and them. So we'll have to put that address on there. I'm still keeping up with the work-related injuries with that, but following year, whenever that time comes that they have an address for the new location, we'll put that sector location, so they'll be individually in that location, just like the departments of highways and sheriff department and the financial and executive. I appreciate all the departments and supervisors who attended the drug and alcohol session presented by ACO Safety Director Del Freck last week at the election board community room. And I'll be, again, temporary assisting maintenance team with through the cleaning, the election board, and the emergency management office until Brenda returns. So early this morning, I got a email from LTAP, and they're finally got the curriculum together for the wildland fire operations. I called Rodney Gregory on this because he was already planning on doing a training. He's, of course, as you heard by Kim, the fire department has been swamped. But I did call, he said go ahead and move forward with this, and he would just implement any advice or professional opinions with his side of the training with LTAP. So we haven't got that scheduled yet. I talked to Douglas and Gary about maybe doing it out at the barns if that was optional. They said it was fine, we could do it out there at his barn. He's got plenty of land out there to do that training. I called LTAP on this, and I told them we probably would have at least 15 to maybe 20 guys, depending also some of the fire department will go out there. And again, there's the brochure on that last page. So they are gonna cover a wildfire operational terminal communications and response procedures. So this will be available for all the our greater operators that are gonna be volunteering to be out there fighting wildfires. Nate's gonna get with me after the meeting today, and we're gonna talk about a date and schedule so we could get this schedule, and I'll get with you guys. If you guys are all good with that, we can move forward with that.
I'm gonna work with Bobby and use the comms we have. We can make this a good training event for real wildfire where multi-services are working in it. And I know the barns have a lot of property that we could use, so I'll work with Bobby.
And that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for your prayers and for my wife, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Item 9, discussion and possible action on report and work orders from the construction superintendent.
We'll be at the sheriff's office this week, working in the garage, and then our big stuff, we're waiting on vendors out at District 3, and that's the end of the month, I believe. And I go to the shoulder doctor tomorrow, so I'll be gone in the morning. That's that.
Sounds good. Item 10, public comments. Comments from the public will be limited to 2 minutes. Time may be extended at the discretion of the board. Jane Lyons?
Hey, my name's Jane Lyon. I'm here on behalf of myself and my husband's business, Hometown Paving. I didn't think we were ever gonna get winter weather, but now that we have, I wanted to let the commissioners know that we have set up a service where we can do a brine, like a liquid brine mixture that can be sprayed on parking lots, sidewalks, any pedestrian areas that we're concerned about ice. We can do multiple applications throughout winter weather. If we're gonna expect sleet and ice, and then we're gonna expect more rain that might wash some things away, then we get snow and we do snow removal. So it can be applied multiple times throughout the event to just make sure that we're trying to keep that melted down and make it easier for you guys to keep things clear and safe for people. And I think it just goes a little bit further than just laying salt down. It makes the salt go further and makes a little bit less of a mess because it's already mixed in with water. So we can apply that, I think like 2 to 24 hours before the ice is expected, the freezing weather is expected. And like I said, if we were to get a bunch of rain, we might have to come reapply before the event again, or if we get, say we get 6 inches of snow, we might have to wait till the plows, you know, till we get parking lots plowed and then come through again, just to get that, you know, that bottom layer. So, I've got a price sheet, I emailed it to Bill, but I can email it to you all as well, or to,
Sydney.
anyway, it's just an introductory price, cause we've never done this before, but we see parking lots getting kind of damaged by, the scraping. It damages the asphalt, so we were like, what can we do to help that's gonna increase the longevity overall of asphalt, so that was what we came up with. My husband's from New Hampshire, so we know a thing or two. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Item 11, new business. Anybody got anything?
I had none.
Alright, item 12, discussion of possible action regarding a proposed lease agreement between the city of Chickasha and the county of Grady County for property commonly known as the Armory, located at 2621 Commander Road, Chickasha, Oklahoma.
This would be for the, armory up there that the sheriff was speaking with you all previously about purchasing. I believe it's I want to just quote this, a 5-year agreement with a year-to-year lease, I think is what he said, and that, no? Not right.
Can't have 5-year lease.
Okay, then it's a year-to-year lease with a 5-year agreement.
Well, there's no reference to 5 years and I'm aware of, but,
Okay.
you can do a year and automatically renew and automatically renew, and that's how it was drafted.
Okay. That's how he explained it to me. I misunderstood what he said though.
That's,
Yeah. From what I understand, this allows us to go in and make any of the corrections that we need, improvements and stuff like that to the building.
That is my concern, is that we don't own the building.
Yeah.
And we don't wanna go in and make a whole bunch of improvements, and then at the end of the lease, the city say, we don't wanna sell it to you.
Okay.
And I think we need to, well, first of all, I don't think we have the agreement. We didn't have it, we didn't get it, so we haven't been able to look at it. I'd like to, I think we need to look at our budget and have like I don't know if we can have something like this in a workshop that we can look at the budgets and see where we're at. Because not only do you have the lease, then you have the utilities. That's a large building. If it's not occupied, what utilities are we paying for? What are we doing there? I think we need to take all that into consideration.
You two haven't read the actual contract yet?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
There were some things I didn't like about it that was in the contract that I didn't like.
If I got it, I didn't realize it.
It wasn't in the
thought it would be in
commissioner,
our
it
packet.
wasn't in the commissioner's
Okay.
packet, no.
And that's what I always print off is my commissioner's packet
Yeah.
and look that over.
Yeah, there were some things I didn't like that was in the contract, but one of the things that kinda bothered me is, I think the prior tenant leased it for $1,300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Then how come we got stuck with a, $2,000
Yeah.
a month? I didn't like that. And I wasn't entirely out on purchasing the building at some point in time either.
Yeah.
But it just, to me, there were some things in the contract that didn't protect the county.
As to form, I saw no problem.
No, the form was fine, I didn't have a problem with the fine, there were just some things in there that, first of all, I think that if we're gonna go do a bunch of repairs on it, there needs to be a statement in there that kinda protects the county, that we at least have the first right of refusal. And there wasn't nothing in there to that effect, that I've seen.
It wasn't.
And right now, with what we have to do to get people out of this building, we can't afford to do a bunch of repairs. I mean, we can't spend $500,000, $1 million out there
Yeah.
when we're doing, what we gotta do to get the DA situated, get the judges situated. That's my only concern, is that we can rent it, but we can't do anything with it.
Like I said, I don't think anybody really had a problem with buying the building. It was with all the stuff we got going on in the courthouse and stuff.
It's a timing
It's a
thing.
timing
Yeah.
issue, cause I think it makes sense for the county to own that building, but it's just, everything that comes, it's just not the right time to do it, I don't think.
Okay.
And with everything that's already in motion with the courthouse, you know, we're already rolling on started our 4th year on trying to get this remodeled, and, you know, we're getting pretty close to finalizing plans for the annex building across here. I just think that our timing is not superb to buy the building and do the remodeling on it. What do you think, Gary?
I agree with what you said.
But I think y'all should read the contract before I.
Like I said, I may have missed it in my email, cause I was assuming it'd be in the packet.
So table until they read, or table till the sheriff comes back, or?
Doesn't matter, whatever y'all want.
I think before we do anything, we're gonna have to look over the budget and see if we have the money for it to even
So
read it.
just take it off until further notice?
We could no action it and always throw it back on there after we dig into they'll see what the budget looks like and stuff. But I think, you know, I don't think we're very far from finding out what our remodel's gonna cost. I think we're that close to finding out what our remodel's gonna cost. I think we're pretty close on the annex for sure. And, you know, I think we have money in the bank for that. And then the other thing that's got me worried is this new ad valorem tax deal it's come up. It's state question 840, whatever it is. I think it's down to 840 now.
843 May,
Yeah.
yeah.
So get rid of it?
Yeah.
They're talking about trying to get rid of it, so, you know, we have the money to do the remodeling on the courthouse and annex, but, you know, kinda concerned with what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
So I think we should need to do a little bit more digging into the finances and see if there's a better option than what we're looking at currently, so. I think let's take no action on it for now, and let's do a little bit more, kicking the can a little bit.
Anything that y'all need from us?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just let us know.
Thanks, boys.
You're welcome.
Item 13, discussion of possible action on notice that leases inside the health department located at 205 West Chickasha Avenue will not be renewed.
These are the 3 suites that are on the east side that are now lit out that we need to take so that we can temporarily house the DA over there. And
And they know
Charles.
this is coming.
The Kayla and Darren at the health department do, I was advised that one of the tenants had already said they probably would not be renewing, and I sent Charles a copy of this to see if this letter would work on that. No, I talked to Kayla and Darren.
Okay.
So they're aware. So I make a motion to, give notice that the leases will not be renewed.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 14, discussion of possible action on reevaluating the burn ban for Grady County that was extended on January 14th, 2026 by either letting it expire or extending it by 7 to 14 days.
Make a motion to extend it, for 7 days.
Second that.
And I have been every morning before these meetings printing this out so you can see the wildfire dangers and all that. And I messaged Rodney, and this morning I messaged Tony as well from Chickasha, and they were both, we just need to keep it if they will. So it's not me saying I'm just giving you the,
No, we need to keep it. Maybe this weekend we can get some measurable moisture, maybe we can let it expire and all that good things.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 15, discussion and possible approval of a tabled item for the quarterly bank reconciliations from January 2025 to December 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Is there any sign?
Yeah, we couldn't find a form for you guys to sign on a monthly basis, only annual is what Ricky said. He said they usually just do it on an annual
Yeah,
basis,
and we just-
commissioners.
No, we did quarterly ones, and I think we just.
I'm
did
just
a-
saying what he
yeah,
said.
We just had a resolution that, they would sign.
Item 16, discussion and possible approval of 2 change orders for the court clerk scanning project with Stanley Systems.
I think you wanna,
Yeah. Here's the change orders, did y'all get a copy of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so these are some of the old files that they have over there. And they're having to go in and adjust them, because whenever they scan them in, they look like this. So you're barely able to read them. So they're having to go in and clarify them, so that's why we're having to do the difference. So see, this is what they look like once they do the clarifier, it's making them so much better. So, that's what they're having to do.
That's within our percentage of the change.
Yeah.
How old are
These
That's within our
were,
percentage of the change order, for the change order?
and she had the money already set back.
yeah, we
Okay.
have the money set back in there, cause they had, went ahead and asked for extra in the budget to cover us, cause we
Okay.
knew that we might run into problems.
Right.
Because there was several of them that were damaged,
Right.
and so, 50s.
Water.
Yeah, water damage, and then
I did.
just being up there, and then,
Yeah.
when they were in the attic, they got damaged, so.
They like called age, season.
They're vintage.
Well, yeah. I've got some guys that work on it. Well, seasoned.
50s, yeah. But they were up in the attic and a lot of stuff got damaged up there, and then so, moving it down. But they did, I mean, them clarifying it has made a big difference in the way it looks, yeah. Like, you can't even hardly read those, and then they had to go in and clarify them, and they look so much better.
And they can't skin them in as fast as they do the
Yeah.
other ones.
Probably terrible.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach?
Yes.
Ruth?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Item 17, discussion and possible approval of bid request for the upfitting of 2 Ford F-250 pickup trucks for Grady County District 1. I will make that motion to approve.
Second.
Is this the thing?
For the upfit, this is to go out on,
Oh, I'm sorry.
on bid. Just check.
Yes,
We're
it
getting
is.
there. We're getting there.
I think I did.
Did you second it?
Yes.
See, Mike?
Yes.
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Item 18, discussion and possible action on awarding a table bid for the command unit outfit for the Grady County Fire Department.
Ronnie did come by and look at those bids, he did determine that it was apples to apples, it was everything that they had asked for, identical parts and such. His recommendation was to go with the lower bid.
Second. Yes.
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Item 19, discussion and possible action on opening and awarding a bid at the rebidding of 3/4 inch and 1 inch cover materials, road stabilizer, liquid liquor, soil cement for the 6 month of commonly used items.
Okay, this bid is from Ultimate Truck Gear.
Oh, give me that one.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
It just goes with
Oh,
that piece of
okay,
paper that you
okay.
signed. That's just the fire.
First one is from DeLucy Brothers. Signed and stamped. But they did put a no bid on 3/4 inch. 1 inch pressure of $11.85 a ton from Davis Quarry.
Davis. Yeah, way.
Next one is from Schaefer Ridge Ranch. It is signed and stamped. It's $325 a ton, delivered to the county barn.
That's for limited liquor.
Yeah. Fitzgerald Trucking is the next one. It is signed and stamped. And it is for soil cement stabilization. And it's $41 a ton for District 1, $42 a ton for District 2, and $46 a ton for District 3. And looks like a $12 spread fee for all of it.
And it's Fitzgerald,
Fitzgerald.
out of Minco.
Yeah. Vulcan Materials. It is signed and stamped. It is $20 a ton for number 67 clean limestone and $14 a ton for 1 inch base material. And they're out of Mill Creek. This one is from SureGrow Ag Products. It is signed and stamped. It's $4.86 a ton delivered. I'll make a motion to table it so Sydney can put it on paper so we'll see it.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 20, discussion and possible approval of list of donated items from vendors for the District 2 employee Christmas party. Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
You tabled it.
Item 21, discussion and possible approval of a change order form between Grady County and Civic Plus for the county website.
So, the original contract says, that we will pay them when they start, or something along those lines.
30.
And, yeah, and so they redid that part, so we will just pay them for what they have done, which we can do. But we had to make a change order in order to do that, because it's not, cause they have to have their money, of course, but there's no change in the website or anything like that. I just wanted you to know there was No change in that, there's just the change in that payment on them. We're having to pay them a little bit to keep going, so.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 22, discussion and possible approval of removing Jeff Cyphers as requisitioning officer for the district attorney's requisition department. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 23, discussion and possible approval of the updating of District 3 requisitioning departments 0830, 4300, and 6530 as follows. Requisitioning officers Gary Ray, Kevin Newman, and Karen White. Receiving officers Sherry Doran and Clayton Chase Bruner.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 24, discussion and possible approval of declaration of surplus of equipment in accordance with 19 Oklahoma statutes 339 and 421 through 421.2 for District 2.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
can't get, don't vote.
Gary got it.
Who's that?
Gary.
Oh, Gary. You know, first. Is it you?
Mhm.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 25, discussion and possible approval of depositing an EFT from the State Department of Emergency Management in the amount of $31,852.12 into the District 3 M&O for FEMA reimbursement of District 3 debris removal.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
never seen that come.
Item 26, discussion and possible approval of utility pipeline, road crossing permits, water line, fast line permits, and driveway tip hole permits.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Get it back up, okay.
it doesn't matter, if it's down there, I'll take it.
Discussion and possible approval of blanket purchase orders. I'll make that motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 28, discussion and possible approval of accounting officer monthly reports. I'll make that motion to approve.
Second.
Zach,
Yes.
Ruth,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Item 29, discussion and possible approval of estimated needs, request for appropriation, and transfer of appropriations. I'll make that motion to